All right, Shalom. For the films, I'm going to give all praise, glory, and honor to you. How about Shem Yahweh Shai, by Shem Akakodash Bakathum. The honors to your apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and to the Akim across the globe. Pushing the word of truth and sincerity, I want to say Shalom. This is Diane Nawa from the Great Millstone Campus, Chicago. And just laying back and, off our, Shalaka. Just laying back and off our camp that we had yesterday. The topic is camp. This world thinks that we're the ones with the problem because we want to establish a righteous kingdom, because we want our recompense, all right? But not at our own hands, but at the hands of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. We're going to lead us forth into this battle, okay? But we're here to wake up the elect, we're to prophesy against his kingdom and the downfall of it. But you people are vehemently, as the elder brother Cabo brought out yesterday, against us in the men of the Lord. All right, and we have to continue our fight, no matter what is being said about us, no matter what is being done to us. All right, and we're going to be hated for all men. Let's get that real quick. This is Matthew 10. I was going to get to the point. Let's get the quick one. It's Luke 21:17, and ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake. And we have. All right, we've been letting our bodies down as a living sacrifice and hazarded our lives, all right, for the furthering of the gospel. You see? But because we are against the principalities of this world, that we're being viewed as fearmongers and rapists and racists, all right, without even examining the matter of what we complain in, all right. And this, I have no precepts written down, but I'm just going to go through the spirit. I'll let you how about me. I'll shy guide this lesson and be edifying. 1 Corinthians 4:9. For I think that the Most High has set forth the apostles last, as it were appointed to death, for we are made a spectacle unto the world, and to angels, and to men. All right? So we are made to be looked at. We are made to be viewed and examined. All right? Just like we're scopating on the world, the world is scopating on us. Okay? And the things that we go through to defend this gospel, to uplift and to proclaim the name of Yahweh Yahweh Shai, the downfall of America, Esau, Edom's kingdom, and ushering in the kingdom of Yahweh Yahweh Shai, which is to come. They take it for naught. They look at us as deviants and as people who are the worst of the worst, which in actuality we just want the world to be governed by a righteous man, which is going to be Yahweh Shai. It's going to go down to the 12 and to the elect. All right? And if it means for us to go out there and to be mocked and to be laughed and to be ridiculed and spoken evil of, then that's the condition of the battle. All right, that's the challenge, and I are willing to accept that challenge, man. Okay? Verse 10, it said, we are fools for Mashiach's sake, but ye are wise in Mashiach. We are weak, but ye are strong. Ye are honorable, but we are despised. All right? And that's what it is, man. We are full. Man, let's look into that word full. The Greek word.
Strong's G 3474. Moras.
Okay. Impious, godless. All right, we know we're not godless. Okay. Heedless, blockhead. All right, and the Lord said He's gonna make our stone I make our foreheads as adamant stone. Let's get that real quick. Ezekiel 3:7. So the house of Israel will not hearken unto thee, for they will not hearken unto me. For all the house of Israel are impudent and hard-hearted, which means hard-headed. Okay? Behold, I have made thy face strong against their faces, and thy forehead strong against their foreheads. As an adamant harder than flint have I made thy forehead, fear them not, neither be dismayed, though they be a rebellious house. All right, so no matter how our people present themselves, all right, when we present this message and bring it to them, hey, the Lord said, hey, our heads are harder than theirs. Okay? All right? And we're not worried about your threats, your numbers, your way of thinking, or how you may want to do certain things to us. All right? We're still going to go out here and prophesy and tell your ass, all right, that if you don't repent, the Lord's going to kill you. All right? So where foolish means blockhead. We already, broke that down to the spirit. All right? So we are fools, man. We are stubborn. We are blockheaded for the Lord's sake, man. All right? And we're not going to be sorry for it, man. I knew what was going to happen. Let me see. Let me get this. Right, man, because you guys have a real issue with the way you've been hearing this Bible being broken down. Because you never heard it broken down this way. You ever heard anybody go into the history like the elders and apostles go through, and the brothers, the Akim go through, go into words and etymology and secular history and different books to further substantiate, all right, even the word of the Lord stands alone, all right, with overwhelming proof and evidence outside of the scriptures that Yahweh Shemi Shai, these words are true, all right, but you rejected the Lord, all right, you rejected wisdom, right? The Lord said, or they say, Hosea is my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Without hate of knowledge, therefore, I should, in fact, let's get that real quick. Hosea 4:6, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Because thou hast hated knowledge, it's like because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing that thou hast forgotten the law of thy power, I'll also forget thy children. All right? So our people are destroyed from lack of knowledge, man. They didn't receive the Lord. They didn't believe on the Lord. But because we believe on the Lord, all right, as the scriptures have said, all right, you have a problem with it. You have a problem with us going against the agenda, the pedophilia and the homosexual agenda of Esau Edom here in America, man. Because we don't want our children being inundated and attacked, all right, morally, all right, by your pushing of these alphabet communities and these alphabet laws. You see, you're trying to push in you are pushing in the MOTB, the Karagma, which is the mark of the beast, which is the RFID microchip, which they're going to try to put into everybody here and worldwide. You see, the famines are coming. Because we speak out against these things, all right, you have a problem with us. You label us as one of those who are a problem to society, when in actuality, we are the saviors of society. All right, but you people will not hear nor understand. John 1:11, he says he came into his own, and his own received him not. But as many as received him, to them gave he power to become the sons of the Most High, even to them that believe on his name. Which we're not born of blood, nor of the will of the Most High, or nor the will of flesh, nor the will of man, but of the Most High. And you people rejected the stone. All right, let me get this. You don't think it's gonna work, but all right, you guys have rejected the stone. You rejected, all right, the Son of the Lord. All right, you cast him out, you mocked him, you spit on him, you delivered him up to Pontius Pilate. All right, for him to get crucified and hung on a tree. You see? For us that believe on his name, and we have that power now. And we have a power that you can't control. All right, you can't hide it. All right, you can, and you definitely can do nothing against it. All right? But this is the will of Yahweh Shai that has set us here to come in his stead, and to be mocked and to be ridiculed. Well, hold on, what's the other one? Let me see something real quick. All right. I think we just read that, right? Yeah. This is 1 Corinthians 1:18, for the preaching of the cross is to them that perish foolishness, but to us which are saved it is the power of the Most High. All right? You know, and you people think that we're out here, you know, waxing, you know, the elders and apostles waxing, you know, lack of a better word, older in the spirit. All right, they've seen a lot of men come and go. All right, we've seen, you know, seen a lot of men sleep with the Lord. All right, doing this work, died doing this work. All right, but people think that we're just gonna, that we're doing it for a thing or not. All right, yeah, we're still in the flesh. We still got our face our judgment. All right, you know, but we know that those who die in the work, man, they're gonna be the first ones risen, man. You see, and that's the power of Yahweh Shai. All right. Let me see. I think the word was spectacle. Okay, that was it. All right. Evident token. The Philippians 1 and 27, only let your conversation be as it cometh the gospel of Mashiach, that whether I come and see you or else be absent, and hear of your affairs, so I can let you stand fast in one spirit, one mind, striving together for the faith of the gospel, right, man, being on one accord. All right, and that's, you know, and that's what the world hates, is that, you know, we're on one accord. You know, we're out here, all right, on every, you know, damn near on every continent, every, you know, in places where we haven't traveled, or possibly haven't traveled. All right, we all teaching the same thing. All right, we're all pushing the name. Okay, and we agree, we see eye to eye. All right. And we're crying, we're signing crying for all the abominations that's being done in this place, man. You see? Now, let's get that real quick. I'm going to go back to that. Ezekiel 9:4, and the Lord said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. All right? So we're sighing and crying, man. Hey, I don't like being raped. All right, when I say that, I mean by America, by Esau, Edom. Not physically, but, you know, but Mentally, we was. Monetarily, we was. Okay? You see? And we're tired of it, man. We're tired of the injustice, the turning of the laws of Yahweh Messiah upside down. All right? That's why we're crying out, hey, we don't agree. But because we don't agree, we have a problem with us. All right? Now, let's get this real quick. Come on, man. In John 15:19, if you were of the world will love his own. Because you are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hateth you. All right? So we got to remind ourselves of that, man. The servant is not greater than his master. Okay? And if we were agreeing with it, if we were cool with it, and marching and writing our local congressmen and lobbyists to further push these agendas, man, hey, wouldn't nobody have nothing to say? If we was out there in three-piece suits, right, with a suit and tie on, all right, giving out pork sandwiches, all right, with nobody had nothing to say about it. But because we're prophesying a downfall of this place, signing the crime for all the abominations that's done in this place, you have a problem. You have a problem with righteousness, man. You have a problem with order. Okay? This is verse 20. It says, remember the word that I said unto you. The servant is not greater than his Lord. If they have persecuted me, they will also persecute you. If they have kept my saying, they will keep yours also, man. All right? You see? Hey, we got to walk in the steps of the Lord. All right? And we're not going to be absolved from the mockery and the persecution that the Lord has done. All right? Not to an extent that we're going to go on a cross. Hey, but some of us may be getting our heads cut off. All right? Getting tortured. You see? All right, but just know that they did the same thing to our Lord, to our forefathers, man. You see? So, look, we got to get our mind right. All right, just because these people are against us, man, just know they were against the Lord. All right? But all these things will they do unto you for my name's sake, because they know not him that sent me, man. You people don't know the Lord. All right? He said he came to his own, the own received him not. All right? You rejected and you disallowed, all right, that stone, which is Yahweh Shai. It said, if I had not come and spoken unto them, they had not had sin. But now they have no cloak for their sin. And we're here to tell you that the Lord had walked physically on this earth and showed us how to do it perfectly. He left his word to his men, all right? All right, and his men have the words of Yahweh Shai, all right, which have the power, all right, and the authority, all right, to lead those, all right, who are lost, all right, and to show them, all right, hey, you're the Israelites, you're the sons and daughters of Yahweh Shai, the Lord, you're the people of the book, all right, this is the way, come walk ye therein, but you refuse, you see, your pride has blinded you from the ways of light, you see, but because the Lord came, but because we're here, the men of the Lord, and you have no, you are without excuse, okay? Back in Philippians 1:28, and nothing terrified by your adversaries, which is to them an evident token of perdition, but to you of salvation, and that of the Most High, all right? Hey, we can't be worried about these people, man. We can't be worried about how we being viewed, how we're being treated. Lord, we're being treated right by Yahweh Shai and understanding the, knowing the Lord's judgment. But also, we got the love of the congregation, not you? You got brothers here, man. This thing of ours is all we need, man. All right, so not worried about how they speak evil against us. Guess what? They just know that we're on the right track. We're doing the right things, man. You see? That we may just have a chance of salvation. Verse 29, one of my favorite ones. For unto you it is given in the behalf of Mashiach, not only to believe on him, but also to suffer for his sake. All right? So, our belief comes with suffering, man. All right, we're not going to get away from it. All right, having the same conflict which ye saw in me, and now here to be in me. All right, so since you are engaged in the same struggle that you saw I had, now here that I have. All right, so we know the things that Paul and the Lord went through. All right, it is written, man. The thing written aforetime, written for our learning. All right, you see. So we know that we're gonna go through certain things, man. We know that being mocked is just a part of it. All right, don't get discouraged with that. I'm gonna say shalom and a baba ball.